like, man, I want to support this, and I got people with way more followers than me, and I'm like, I'm just trying to spread positivity. I just want people to be their best selves because I know that we can all eat out here if you want to, you know. But you gotta want to, and a lot of times a podcast will show if I, you know, in reading and a bunch of different things will show me if somebody really wants something or not, and if they don't, it'll show. So a lot of times you gotta just let people, you know, be themselves and find their own competition. And I think that's also insightful too, because being an educator, you get to reach the kids on a level that most people will never reach them. And another great thing is, you know, being a male, you have a lot of different experiences. So they got the male and the female teachers that they can come to. Like sometimes I just feel more comfortable coming to a guy like, hey, bro, I'm having issues with this. And you can help them calm down and use that energy and filter it through math, right? Like when my math teacher reached out to me, shout out to Miss Donahue. When she reached out to me, like, and actually, hey, Tommy, I know, like I was with her son on the baseball team and stuff. She was like, you got a lot of potential and I want you to go to college. Have you looked at Eastern Illinois? And you know what I'm saying? Like that foundation laid a different foundation for me because I didn't even know what it took. Like so many people are not having the conversation early enough. But bro, you are creating a lifeline that's going to last for ages. Because now they know a guy that they can come to that went to college, that did the hard stuff, that got debt free. Like y'all don't know if you know, like you an avid video game player, you know. Once you was getting through like Sonic and stuff like that, and you was getting the rings and leveling up and beating Buddy up and Mario and all that, there was a whole nother level of greatness. Like you talking about people being great in their lanes. And I'm like, if you can focus on you and keep your head down and ignore all the other haters, and you got a solid plan, because you know, it's interesting. Like Thomas J. Stanley, you know, he addresses, you know, the stuff that he's addressing. Like a lot of people doubted him when he was putting these books together. You know, from the Millionaire Mind to the Millionaire Next Door. Like people like were really like, what are you talking about? And then here's the thing. Here's the other part is you have a lot of cocky millionaires that aren't really millionaires, but like they pretending, they false flagging out here. Like they really strapped for cash. But like, so it's interesting concept because people think it's new, but people been doing it for the gram for years without the gram. So, you know, I guess we'll end on that note. We, you know, kind of cutting it a little close here. But is there anything you want to leave the, you know, the listeners with, you know what I'm saying, for this week?
Let me take a look at my notes real quick. Since this chapter is success factors, I want to leave the listeners with the top 5 success factors on page 34. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right. So it says millionaire success factors. And then it says percentage of millionaires indicating factor very important. And then in parentheses, just important. So we got very important and important. So the top 5 is being honest with all people, being well disciplined, getting along with people, having a supportive spouse, and working harder than most people.